So just for the purposes of this video, I'd like to welcome you to the Master of Marketing Information session. And I'm going to take you through a number of documents to show you how to do a writing task we require. But before I get to that, let me give you a background to the Masters of Marketing. So then, a few years back, we really did not have many applicants for the MTech or the Masters. And so I made it my goal to try and grow this program. And my first steps to grow the postgraduate program was the first Master's Information sessions, which was conducted in 2015 and just about every year thereafter. Okay? Just more background information. The last MTech intake was 2015, and the MTech then got replaced by the Master of Marketing in 2016. And previously, we pretty much accepted everyone that met the minimum requirements. Why? Well, if you've got 5 applicants that met, that was, we accepted them. However, the problem with just accepting everyone is students did not know what they wanted to research. And we let them choose any topic in the field of marketing, anything they wanted to do. But this resulted in a few problems. We all have our specialist areas, which, the subjects that we lecture in, and we develop these special areas. But students selected topics that was in no one specialist area. So how do you find, a supervisor? Then you'd have to start going outside a department looking for supervisors, and so that created problems. Others, because they did not know what they wanted to study or to research, took 2 to 3 years to finish their research proposal. Now, in that time, someone can finish their entire thesis. And then they would take 6 years to complete a master's degree. I've got 2 students in their 6th year. In that time, I could have supervised 6 students if they took 2 years to finish. And so the problem with this is that we just accepted students every year and they stay in the system, but they're not going anywhere. It quickly reached our quota. Each department has a quota of how many students we need to take. And it quickly ate up our supervision capacity. Because it's not like an undergraduate class. CPUT policy states that a supervisor should have a maximum of 6 students. However, many of us have gone beyond that because some of us were fortunate enough to drop some of our undergraduate subjects. So many of us have more than that, even double those numbers. Okay? Just so that we can grow the program. So that was then. So now, in a bid to try and move this process forward, now I'm pleased to say that my efforts to grow the program have been successful, not only because of the information sessions, but also because now we offer a master's, not an MTech. Now, MTech is NQF level 8, which is the same as honors for other universities. We now offer a master's, which is at NQF level 9, which actually does sort of create a gap between BTech and masters. And is there a gap between BTech and masters? Most definitely. Okay, so there is a gap, but we'll get to that later. So now with 100 applicants, can we just accept every single person that applies that meets the minimum requirements? No, we can't. We can only take as many students each year as the supervision capacity we have, and also not to exceed our targets too much. So we are now implementing, like all the other departments do, a writing task. And this writing task will show us a few things. Firstly, it shows that students know what they want to research. And we are actually now pushing you in a certain direction to match our specialty areas, and Dr. Steenkamp will speak about that more. And so that we have supervisors to supervise you. So therefore we are gearing or pushing you to a certain direction, and the focus areas are brand related and digital marketing communications related. And we have a memorandum of understanding with entrepreneurial students, so that their area can be anything that has an entrepreneurial marketing focus. Because at the end of the day, the entrepreneurial students, or entrepreneurship students, will get a master's in marketing. So the topic cannot be just entrepreneurship. It needs to be a combination of the two disciplines. We also have students from other departments applying. They will be limited to the brand related and digital marketing communications, or both, as Dr. Steenkamp will tell you. I think he's looking for students with a combo, and I don't mind as well. And yeah. Also, in a bid to not allow students to take 2 to 3 years to finish a proposal, and there's reasons why students take other reasons which I won't go into. CPUT has implemented policy that your topic should be registered within 6 months. I won't talk about the whole HTC digital platform yet. That will be spoken about once you are accepted. And your proposal should be approved within 12 months. So if in the first year your research proposal is not done, you'll be blocked and you are out. And then we take someone who can finish it in a year. Okay? This way we will not clog up the system for years and years, and that's stopping us from taking new students in. And we want a turnover. We want to take new students every year. But some years we are not able to, because we get students that just stay in the system and don't progress. Yeah?
Can I just add that it's absolutely possible to do a proposal within a year. I mean, I think you don't expect anything less from yourself. You also want to progress. So that's absolutely doable.
And the new policy also says that students should finish their thesis in 2 years. And that is easily possible. If you finish your proposal, you get your ethics approval in the first year, you can collect your data in the first year, and then you just spend the second year writing it up. Very, very possible. I've had master's students finish in 2 years. Okay, and that is where we want to go to. And in this way, we'll free up capacity and be able to take a greater number of students every year. Okay, so that's where we're moving to. I just wanted to add this little section just to speak about the gap. So Masters of Marketing is NQF level 9, as I said, and BTEC 7. So in order to try and give you a bit of extra support, we've created an articulation model at NQF level 8. It's registered concurrently with your Masters for non-degree purposes. So in other words, you don't get a qualification. The idea is it's just giving you more support in developing a proposal, and at the same time, you'll also be working with your supervisor. The module's added, so once, if we accept you, you add the module, you get an amendment form, you add contemporary marketing, and these classes are offered over 10 weeks. Okay, from February 2020, every Saturday, so you need to take this into consideration. If you work Saturdays, you need to attend every single class. These classes are not videoed. I'll video my class. Other people don't video the class. If you don't attend, you know, that's that. So you need that commitment. 5 weeks of contemporary marketing, where we'll cover a range of different topics, and you'll do a little assessment for each week. So if you miss a week, you miss the assessment. And 5 weeks of research methodology, and your end goal of that is to complete your proposal, although you will be working with your proposal with your supervisor the moment we accept you. You will be working on that proposal. That is your goal, to be done with that in 6 months. Because if you're done with that in 6 months, it will be easy for you to finish the thesis in 2 years. So that's just a little background information. Right, I'm going to stop this recording.